Hey there, how you doing, friend? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie and we're checking in for you Pisces. Sun, moon and rising will be the most dominant here. I'm just going to split the deck and let's get into it. We're right in the middle of the eclipse energy. So Pisces, this is a really good time to connect into parts of your truth here. I think there's some element here of creation and creating in a new way or a way that feels connected within yourself. I feel like right now, this is definitely one for you about relationships, about routines, about getting connected in. I think you've got a lot of opportunity available to you right now, and connecting into the main energy that's showing up here, you've got Nine of Inspiration and Justice. So it seems like you're walking forward, or choosing to walk forward, or choosing to hold space for yourself here, which I really like. You're standing strong, you're standing powerful, and it's a time to keep moving forward in the things that you acknowledge need to, I feel be equalized in a really powerful way for you. Things that I feel like there's a bit of karmic energy also in play here at this moment in time. And you're being asked to, there's still some work to do as you move through this energy right now of stepping into the things that, like I said, that feel connected, feel innate for you. And this is your energy, Queen of Emotions, Piscean energy. This is showing up. I pulled this card because I wanted another energy. I didn't want to look yet at what the challenge is. And this is, again, further coming into something that you really believe in, and you believe in quite deeply, that you know it's time for things to... There is some fairness at play here. That's what this feels like. There is some fairness at play, but there is some gentleness coming in. I think that you're also working through as you get towards these things that you want to achieve, that you start seeing things break down to open up for what you need for where you're going, Pisces, okay? Let's have a look at what's challenging this energy for you right now. And if you have booked a private reading, please check your emails, because I have not, for some of you, received what it is that you want to connect into, what guidance that you're seeking right now. Obviously, your heart and soul is connected into something, and that's why you've sought a private session. So if that is you, there's more details below, just to email me or check your emails and reply, so we can get that going. We do have... about a 3 to 5 business day turnaround at the moment with the amount of readings that we've got in play, okay, from the time that you send in what it is that you seek guidance on. Pisces, what's interesting, again, you've got the sun showing up in your challenge position, or what could potentially be blocking this. So it's letting us know whatever is blocking this energy, or whatever needs to be revealed to support this justice, support this next stage, this next phase. And I think it's something, again, that you're quite intuitively connected to right now. This is going to open up for you, okay? There could just be timing. I feel timing is a factor here. Just because there is an eclipse doesn't mean that things are happening straight away or straight up. Sometimes some of you may have felt already these energies kind of breaking away, breaking free, things kind of working, things that you need to acknowledge within yourself. Maybe it's even part of your health, or part of, something in your life that you have to kind of readjust, but readjust in a way that puts you maybe in a different type of routine. Maybe there's a shift in work, or someone that you've got to care for, or, your own health even, perhaps. There's something that needs to be paid attention to in that regard. But ultimately, what I do feel as part of this is that you're going to give yourself, or Spirit's going to give yourself space to acknowledge it and to really look at it in quite a particular way. In terms of influencing this is a 7 of Voices energy. So there is some strategy at play right now, and that's why you could be seeing some delays. That there's something more that kind of needs to be looked at or sought after, or maybe a bit more of a plan of attack that needs to be addressed, because there's something that you may not be seeing that could be, not necessarily getting in the way, but you can benefit from looking at something a little bit deeper, or from a bit of a different angle, because either your strategy or a strategy someone else has in terms of this situation. There could be a bit of a misalignment or a reassessment that's need to be had. It all will come to light, but this could be part of the delay or the timing. In the past energy, you do have the Six of Emotions, which is also about the past, which is also about, maybe something from your childhood or connected to a younger energy. But it also could be something that was very memorable to you, that had meaning, that had depth, that again is being reflected to look at right now. So, as I said, some of you, it could be a younger energy. It could be something that you wanted to achieve at some point in your own life. So connect into what your truth is in terms of that matter. Because then in your headspace, with the Justice energy that you're also showing the current space, in the current energy, it's letting us know here, Pisces, that you are looking at your options. It's on your mind is, how is this going to play out? How is this going to work? But I think at the same time, what you don't realize is this is like another level, another stage for you. And I feel like you're trying to work out perhaps a sequence, or if it goes this way, plan A, plan B, plan C kind of thing. And then I also know there's this part of you that might think about these things and connect into it, but then there's also this part of, I'll figure it out on the way, because you know that you can, right? That's part of your power, your intuitive, beautiful energy that comes into motion. Because next up, in terms of the near future, or what you can expect next as part of this chapter right now, Pisces, is Muse of Voices is like the King of Swords energy. So it is getting super clear and super definitive about what you need to do. And there is something, as we already talked about, some strategy, but to have the Justice card as well as the Muse of Voices, there could be some legalities or something of structure and professional advice or professional guidance or professional in play here for some of you that may be stepping in or may have to have some conversation about. And maybe that's what you're wondering too, what this outcome's going to be, because you want, something just, something to finally balance out and how it should. And I think you've held ground for such a long time, being so emotionally connected to yourself to not allow it to derail you. But I feel like things are washing up right now with this, a bit of karmic energy in play. So that's what this feels like. In terms of your power in this situation, you do have the World energy. Give us one more on this World energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you've got the Lovers. So someone could be wanting to partner with you, for some of you, on a project. I feel like some of you may want to showcase your relationship even further, maybe something online or something that is being put out a little more than you normally would. But there's some relationship that has a key component here, or some new structure. So again, this could be a business, this could be a romantic relationship, or this could be going to travel where people are coming together to express a new thing that's going on in your life. I feel there's some union of some kind. It doesn't have to be romantic here, Pisces, but the power play here is about what's opening up, but importantly too, what you're prepared to put out as well, I think is a key part here. What are you prepared to put out into the world about something that you're passionate about, something that you feel connected to? Because this doesn't necessarily have to be a person, this could be a project, but whatever it is, it has some energy that you're in alignment with, that you're connected to, and I feel like it's calling you right now. So maybe I'm also hearing for some of you, this is going to be very specific, but I'm also hearing for some of you there are still some answers that need to come into motion here in terms of a direction. So that could be a big part of it here, of what is next and what's opening up here in terms of plans. But there could be something abroad or at a distance also that some union or something being united with is a very relevant thing or very important thing to this equation. So I don't know if it's talking to someone abroad or hearing from someone abroad or putting something out online or getting connected that way. But that's an important, for some of you, this could be a business that you're about to launch online. But some of you sharing more about your journey online, I think, as well. So it could be as simple as an email, guys. It doesn't need to be this grandiose thing of, being born on Instagram or putting on YouTube. It could be just as simple as someone sharing their status, or, something of that nature, or again, a new project. But that's coming up quite strongly about being seen around that. Now, in terms of what's coming up next in the environment around you is the Four of Emotions. So something feels a little sullen is the energy I'm getting. And it's funny, not a word that I'd normally use, but so there's some energy here about the change that's exciting, but there feels a little bit of a domino effect of how this situation unfolds or who this situation impacts. And it's kind of tapping into yesterday's read, that there are other things or people in around you that are being impacted here by whatever's happening. And I feel like there's a little bit of a depletion of energy, or again, energy being switched off a little bit for protection or for safety, as they connect into perhaps some past experiences, kind of nostalgic energy also there, and just sadness of some reflection. But I feel like if this is not you directly, as someone around you, because I feel like it's someone who hears things, who may be a part of something that they're witnessing or hearing, because my ears lit up. But they've got to go through their own process as well, not just yourself, but they do. Let's have a look. Oh, hopes and fears. I'm not going to go pick it up because it's a long way down, but it is the Five of Cups, guys. So the Five of Cups, again, there is a sense of moving through the energy of this Four of Emotions to this Five of Cups, which I think there's just something or someone around a situation that there's a sense of loss here. I don't know if there's some sense of regret as well in some part, or someone questioning, their part to this. But there is a sense of loss, whatever this change is. Some of you could be even moving abroad, or just relocating. But whatever this change is, whatever this movement is, there's a lot of depth, replaying, re-witnessing things that you have been through, or through who this person has been through. Because I feel like you've got people around you right now where this is also impacting. So yes, to be aware of. But yeah, they're feeling the impacts too, Pisces, and I think you know that. But you're also trying to do what you need to do, what's best. And then in terms of the outcome, you do have the Two of Emotions, right? So this is a nice energy to connect into, because whatever this union is, or that coming together of people, a project, this new opportunity that's presenting itself for you, this is something that really wants to start moving forward. There's a very strong connection here of, we know who we are, we know where we're going. This could be a family unit, this could be a new business partnership. There's something here that is a new chapter or a rewriting of a story for you, Pisces, that you get to take and you get to plant. And I think this is something that you've been connected to for some time, because this is also sitting in the past energy, which is similar to yesterday's read. But I feel like you're finally ticking boxes that give you that comfort and of heading in the right direction. But there's still a little bit of play, or maybe you're still wondering if someone is up to something as you're trying to navigate and move forward here. And as I said, you're also assessing people's moves and connecting into your intuition as part of this, is how the energy is coming across. But it's also letting you know as you move through this, and yes, there are going to be moments that you feel things a little deeper, feel a little withdrawn, or feel the sadness and the empathy that you have for other people. It's letting you know that where this is going next is a really important phase for you, pardon me, and for those around you. It's moving forward, and it's moving forward strong. There's someone here that is strongly committing to who you are and what you bring, Pisces. Again, I'm not sure in what capacity. For some of you, this does feel romantic. For some of you, this could be the role you play in someone's life, where that connection is just getting stronger and more solidified here, because then you do have the Knight of Emotions. So that's also letting us know that there is depth here, there is big love here, there is a solid opportunity of people or a situation or a person here that really wants to move forward with you. For some of you, this could be really taking something to the next level. Maybe you guys have tested something out. For some of you, yeah, a relationship could be going to the next level. People want to talk about what is next for you. Again, romantic, at work, around a project, around your career. But this is just a really beautiful, I love this energy for you. It just feels like right where you're meant to be, Let's get a couple of Kipper cards for you on a couple of things that you may need to know about this situation, on how to best support yourself. We've got the number 8 card. Interesting. Number 8. This is the turn of events, a false person. So, and we do have the 7 of Voices, which kind of has that little bit of energy here of not always what you see is what you get. But I feel like this is a key part of what's being revealed here. Like I said, if something needs to come to light, it will come to light with this Sun energy. If anyone is scheming or doing something, I just feel you may have had someone in your past or someone in your energy for some time that you've always kind of known it, but you've managed to move through it. But I feel like there's always been an energy of a little bit of a manipulator around you, or someone who's just played the game well behind the scenes. And I just feel like that's going to come to light, or that's going to be seen. So that's working out in your favor on how to support yourself. And then you do have a mature man. And it's interesting. The power in the situation, you've got the world energy, and this mature man is connected to the world and to opportunity here for you. So there could be a mature male figure, or someone, who's quite experienced, that shows up in your world, that's going to help support you through this change, or is going to hold space for you as you move through this. What else do we need to know regarding this situation? Coffin. Don't freak out if you freaked out for a moment. This is the transformation. This is like the death energy. This is like a 10. There's a part of completion here, okay? Even if you want to call it the 10 of Swords. So whatever has been challenging you, maybe it was a mature man that was the false person around, right? That was scheming, manipulating. But ultimately, at the end of the day, whatever that change that there is, you're supported here through whatever that change is going to be, because there does need to be some ending or some closing out and some revealing of things, okay? So that's where I'm saying this is working out in your favor right now, Pisces. I feel like a lot works out in your favor. You just go through the bumpiest road sometimes to get there. And which at many times doesn't feel like it's, headed in the right direction, but everything is. I feel there's some strong alignment happening right now, and you'll probably notice that over the next few months. There's still an adjustment, but I feel a positive one. So this is the door that opened up. Now, when we look at that, that looks a bit messy, doesn't it? It's definitely like someone has been somewhere, something has potentially been ruined, or what was once home, what was once safe, what was once where you were meant to land. It just doesn't feel like that anymore. And that's what you could see in terms of this shake up or change in space and energy in something that you're working on, because the card that this is called the Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. The indigenous lesson, you will find the will to survive. Yeah, so there's something about your power and survival that's extremely important here for you right now. You might be feeling like things are bubbling and you're not understanding, like maybe it's feeling, the ground's feeling a bit shaky. But Pisces, you're okay here. This seems like a bit proper. It's like you've got to walk through somewhere that can feel the energy that's coming in. Is when you go to this door, there's this part energy and feeling good and feeling powerful, but there's this little bit of intimidation. This card is called, sorry, don't have the glasses on, Inner Power. Be your own command. You brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. And that's what this door feels like. It's like there's something empowering on the other side that you're choosing to walk through, to knock, to enter. There's like an opportunity at play here, but it's also, like I said, there's this little bit of, it just feels like you feel a little bit intimidated. Maybe, whatever you're applying for, whatever you're talking about, whatever you're stepping into next, it could be somewhat outside your comfort zone or leveling up a little bit in something. And you have to bring a bit of a different energy to it. But I think that's exciting for you, right? And that's also talking about opportunity here. You've got some really strong partnerships that are in play, in motion right now, or that will definitely be picking up. And the last card here that I'm pulling for you today, Pisces, this is the darkness into the light, This is called heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness, a new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. So you got something, Pisces. You do have a lot of things turning, a lot of, it just feels like a lot of change, but it's change that you've been asking for. It's change that you've been seeking for some time. Maybe I feel over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of transition for you. And now you're in a different power play mode. You're in a power play mode of making a significant change in your life. Maybe it's more than one thing, but I feel like you feel more understood in who you are compared to the story you were telling yourself 12 months ago, 18 months ago, a year ago. So wherever you're stepping into for yourself and for what you believe in, for what really matters to you right now, you have got a lot of reason to keep moving forward, because there is something that so deeply wants to connect with you, or something that allows to solidify and get to the next level, which is just going to keep raising you up, raising you up towards the things that you want to connect to, that you want to feel, that you want to achieve. I feel you also have someone that really sees you right now, Pisces, and sees you in a way that I feel you've been longing to be seen, and it's just for who you are, right? The core truth of who you are, the truth of your heart that you put out on, put in front of people. It's also those parts of you that can, bring up that fierce energy when you need to be seen, to be heard, when there's been enough nonsense. I think you're learning more about yourself, but the person or the people that you're around, or the people that want to connect with you and do things with you, also are seeing that and respecting that in a different way, because I feel like you're finding your voice on a totally new level. And this is also too what I get from this awakening energy, the time to speak up, the time to express what you want, what you believe in, what you see, what you acknowledge. And I feel like you're wrestling with that a little bit, or thinking about it, a lot on the path. So I find this really, really beautiful for you, Pisces. I don't know, I just think you're amazing, and it's about you not giving up on you and what you believe in. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for today. Enjoy this energy. This is not a time to manifest, but this is definitely a time, because it's a solar eclipse, this is definitely a time to allow, but stay focused on where you're going, because the thing that needs to be highlighted will highlight. That thing that you wanted the clarity on, that you wanted the justice on, that you wanted it to equal out, it's coming. So don't give up on yourself. Bye, friend.